Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Tech Profiles. Today we are going to be looking over the new Garbodor from Guardians Rising and to see how broken this card actually is. Now this thing here is probably one of the most hyped cards in the set for the simple fact of its 1 energy cost attack. Now Garbodor here has 120 HP, so he's not very, bulky. He's a psychic type with Trash a Lanch. For 1 psychic energy, you are going to do 20 damage times the number of item cards in your opponent's discard pile. Now that doesn't seem like a lot at first, and in fact in the early game you're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, but it scales. Because let's be honest here, how many times do you go through items really quickly to try and get yourself into a better position? Like, you take a look at even our deck right now, and I've got, what, 3, 4, 5, here's 12 of them as it is, so there's another, what? We're at 17 item cards in our deck. That is a potential 340 damage if we have everything in there. Sorry, I lied, we have more. Because the item cards. You have Choice Band and you have Floatstone, so there's another 5. So you have 22, there's a possible 400 and what? 440? Something like that? My math might be off. But either way, that's a ton of damage that scales, and you go through item cards really quickly here. And of course, we have other options to increase the damage output as well. It also has Acid Spray for 1 psychic, 2 colorless. It's going to do 70 damage, but we're not going to be using it. Starting up our Pokemon lineup otherwise, it's going to be the Lele-GX for under 10 HP. We get the setup ability. When you put this glorious Pokemon onto your bench, you get to draw up to 6 cards. Has Sky Return, 2 colorless, 30 damage, and you return it to your hand. We're playing 1 Tauros, just in case of damage, there's some massive damage on the field, we can throw Tauros down, kind of use it as a sponge to soak up while we get all our other Pokemon ready to go. Next up, we are running 3 Tapu Lele. Now this card is actually amazing in this deck. Not only does it share the same typing, Psychic type, it's got 170 HP, but it's got that wonderful Wonder Tag ability. When you play this Pokemon onto your bench, you can you can search your deck for any supporter you want and put it into your hand. You also have the Energy Drive attack for 2 colorless energy. You're going to do 20 times the amount of energy both on Tapu Lele and on your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, what's really nice about this is with us only having a 1 energy Garbodor, it makes it very easy to put a lot of effort into an attacking Tapu Lele. You look at our energy resources, we've got 4 double colorless and 6 psychic energy. We only need 1 energy for the Garbodor, so those double colorless energies can go on that Tauros or that Tapu Lele or even that Shaman if we have to. So our energy resources are very nice here, which gives us that opportunity to run things like Crushing Hammer. We get to flip a coin, discard an energy from one of our opponent's Pokemon, and give us a little bit of disruption as well. So we're able to completely negate what our opponent wants to do. We're running a Field Blower. I'd actually almost opt to run 2 of these. For the simple fact of we do more damage based on the cards, based on the item cards in the discard pile. So if we constantly are removing their item cards, because let's be honest here, Choice Bands, Floatstones, you name it, are going to be still popular. This thing can get rid of them and increase our Garbodor's attack power. So Field Blower is amazing in this deck. We have 1 Rescue Stretcher. Now this card here is very, very strong because it does let you do one of 2 things. It lets you either put a Pokemon from your discard pile back into your hand, which is very nice because if you're in a bad clutch, you need that Tapu Lele to get that supporter, you can do that. Or that Shaman, because it got discarded earlier, you can put it back in your hand and then play it immediately for some card draw. The other one is shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. So if you need a full line of Garbodor, there you go, you got it back in your deck. You need another card, there it goes, it's back in there. The only thing this can't do is get energy back. Now again, that's not a big deal considering we should never really run out of energy with our current lineup. Unless, it's late game and all that kind of stuff. We are running 4 Trainer's Mail, 4 Golden Ball, the Ultra Ball. We are running 4 Via Seeker, our staples. Now one thing that's going to happen with Garbodor is the meta is definitely going to change. People are going to want to stop giving Garbodor so much power. But it's going to be really hard considering, just how clutch item cards really are. So we'll see how it goes. I'm partnering up with the new stadium Altar of the Moon. The retreat cost of each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent, that has any psychic or dark energy attached to it has 2 colorless less retreat. This makes it actually really good for Garbodor, because Garbodor does have a 3 retreat. Now this is the only downside is we would have to sacrifice the 1 psychic energy that we have for Trash Launch to retreat out. That's not necessarily a bad thing either, because it does make it possible for us to retreat out without having the use of Floatstone. We're running 1 Delinquent. This is going to help us get those item cards out of our opponent's hand, get rid of a potentially hazard stadium our opponent is using, and get cards in the from their hand into the discard. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We are running 2 Lysander. I like running 2 more than 1. Just the consistency of getting the Lysander is a lot higher, and at least having 1 in the discard pile, you can always via Secret or do whatever you gotta do. I'm running 3 N. Each player shuffles his or her hand back into their deck, draws cards equal to the remaining prize cards. And what's great about Garbodor here, about prizes by the way, is he is a non-EX or GX attacker. This thing is going to probably go down pretty quickly, but at the same point you're going to be doing so much damage that you will guarantee the prize trade. And if they want to take anything else, they have to either go through a Tauros or a Lele, which are also equally powerful. The only one they don't really have to worry about too much is the Shaman, but you try and keep those at bay if you can. I am running 1 Kukui because early game, you may not do that extra nudge of damage, so Kukui is there to help you do that. We have the Sycamore. This will let us discard our hand, draw up to 7 additional cards. We have a Skyla because I find her really good now with Tapu Lele. Getting that opportunity to kind of go for any item card or any trainer card that you really need. Obviously, if you're dropping a Tapu Lele, you're not going to go for Skyla if you need a supporter. But if you're needing an item card, Skyla's the best thing because now you just drop the supporter, get that item card you need, and then boom, you are in a perfect position. Now, I'm only running 3 choice bands. This new trainer card is actually incredible. The attack of this Pokemon is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon GX or EX. So very, very strong card, and it really stops any big attackers like your money cards from doing any real, like, you have that opportunity to scale now. And again, on a Garbodor, you're going to be doing a lot of damage already, so 30 additional damage is pretty nice. We have the Floatstone because there are going to be times where your Tauros or Shaman are going to be up in the active position. And you don't want them there. You just don't want them up there. So there you go. Floatstone will help that out. And like I said, we have 4 double colorless energy and 6 psychic energy. That is going to be today's deck. Let me know what you guys are running with your Garbodor, because let's be honest here, Garbodor is probably going to be one of the big new meta cards, and I'd love to hear your suggestions or your ideas of what you guys are doing with this card. But with that though, let's get into 2 quick matches and showcase just how strong this deck really is. Alright guys, match number 1 is here against Ethan Fior, is what I want to think. But either way, let's see how we do in this one. Alright, we're going to call tails. We lose the coin toss, so it's the first thing we're going to lose today. But you never know. I'm expecting great things from Garbodor. It is definitely broken, and my build may not be always the best. Like, we're never going to get a basic here. Which is weird, considering there's, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 basics? So almost a tenth of the deck is basics, and we didn't draw 1. Our opponent is now ahead of us, playing a grass deck. It could be Lurantis or Vileplume. And if it is Vileplume, it could be pretty hard to get items out of the hand, which is a bit of a problem. Alright, we got 1 Trubbish. Now, I would love to get first place here. Like, usually a first turn to get Trubbish and Garbodor kind of going first, but sadly, that will be not the case. Now, what is our opponent is running? Yeah, we have a good deck. You haven't even seen our deck yet. Either way, he's running Sceptile and Rattata. So he's going to be running Raticate Break. Does run a Parallel City. He's actually going to weaken himself to do it, but I'm okay with that. We do run Altar of the Moon, so we're not completely out of this in terms of support, considering we can still drop 3 cards, and the majority of them are all supporters anyway. Now we are going to see the 1 energy drop onto the Sceptile, and unfortunately we might actually still go down in turn 1, which is a bit of a problem. He has the ability to go for the poison. Now I would probably run the good old Force of Giant Plants in this over the Paralicity immediately. But you never know. Maybe he does run both stadiums and we just haven't seen it. He does play a level ball. Now, if we can see, all these items are going to be glorious. He's already got 2 in here, plus another level ball. So there's 3 items already. That's 60 damage we're going to be doing. With the, oh, he is running Eradicate. Oh, no, sorry. Eradicate Break is a stage 3. Or stage 2. So yeah, he needs to Eradicate first. My good old plays are still crazy. Now, he does not evolve, which is great for me, because now I can just end that good old monster away. We're going to put a Choice Band down. And we are going to Trainer's Mail before we end. We're just going to get another end. So we are destined to end right now. And we'll end. Obviously hoping to grab a Garbodor. Yes, we got it back. Okay, so we have a second one as well. He played no items. So we'll just drop the Trubbish down. We'll go for a Choice Band. And I'm going to just pass. I can go for a nice Stomp Off, which will remove 1 energy card, or 1 card from their deck, and that's going to be a switch. So no switching for them. Now my Trubbish will probably go down here. But that being said, we have a bunch of options still. He's going to get rid of one of my Choice Bands through his Rat, which is fine. Does not bother me any. And we actually increased his our damage output by getting rid of that switch. He does have the Poison Barbs on the Sceptile. And now goes for the Force of Giant Plants. So yes, he does have both, which is a fantastic play in his deck, because it does threaten our bench, while also giving him that good old evolution power from the Force of Giant Plants. Now he does have the Shaman, so that is a good target for us as well, on top of the Sceptile. We're going to see Eradicate here. Double Colorless Energy onto the Sceptile. And will we be seeing either a Mega He's not Mega Evolving, because he dropped the Poison Barb. Just goes for the Sleep Poison. I'll take 10. And I do not get any additional effects. Awesome. So we can go for a nice Choice Band. We can go for Garbodor. We can go for a Field Blower now to get rid of that Poison. And the Stadium. And we do want a Sycamore. And at this point, I'm going to probably drop a Tapu Lele to start getting myself ready for additional damage. So let's do that. We can grab a Lysander. Now, he'll know we have it in our hand. Actually, I'll grab the Delinquent. This way we're forcing him to discard cards. Because right now, I'm in a pretty good position otherwise. We could drop a Double Colorless Energy down onto that Tapu Lele and go for our Trash Lance. So this will do some damage. This will do what? 130 damage. Bam. Now he can't knock us out because we have no special effects on us, and the good old Sceptile should go down in the following turn. Has the antibodies over on the Eradicate, does get rid of my Double Colorless Energy, but that is fine. I do have another one in hand, and he's just increasing my damage output. I don't know if he knows that. I have a second Garb. I gotta try and get another energy for that Garb. But otherwise, we'll be setting up the Lele for attacking in the future. That is the one thing, again, each Pokemon is pretty much a 1 energy drop in terms of damage. It's just a matter of getting that right energy for it. Because Tapu Lele loves just getting Double Colorless Energy. Garbodor, 1 energy is great. Even Tauros and Shaman, 1 energy drop, and you're going to do the attacks that they want. This guy desperately wants to do more damage, but he has no way to do it. He needs an Ariados, and we will be delinquenting his hand next turn, so he'll have to top deck whatever he gets, and we'll be taking out that Sceptile. So, a lot of options here. A lot of really good plays. We're going to see a Double Colorless Energy down onto that Eradicate. And are we going to see 60, or are we going to see 10? Now, if he goes for the 10, that'll be a bit of a problem, because he could put us to sleep. And I can't evolve now. But again, it's a 1 prize for 2. We're going to see the Eradicate Break does make an appearance. He's down to just 1 card in hand, so the Delinquent may not be the best play now. Especially knowing that he has the opportunity to be delinquented. He's going to switch, actually. It just goes for Super Fang. This is going to do every damage except 10. We are going to get Altar of the Moon. We're going to get a nice Garbodor down. And did we get rid of anything early? No Sycamore or anything like that. I'm going to just drop down my double colorless. I think I might just Sycamore. Because if I can get some stuff for later turns, that would be great. So Sycamore might be my best play here. And it'll get all these nice, wonderful supporters into the discard pile. If we didn't use up as many cards, we would have been able to go for that Delinquent. A Crushing Hammer, we can get rid of the energy. We can actually knock out the Eradicate Easy mode. I don't need to use that. I don't have to use my other Crushing Hammer at the moment. I'm going to just get all these Trubbish down. Trainer's Mail. I can get another Sycamore for the next turn. Because we have a bunch of options right now. I will just go for the nice Trasha Lance right now. Take him out. And we'll take our first prize of the game. And that's going to be another Crushing Hammer. So he has lost 2 double colorless energy and a grass energy so far with only 1 card in hand. We've mitigated him down. He is going to sacrifice that Eradicate. Depending on what else he has. He has no energy. He does get a double colorless energy, but he does not have a way to do damage. He does get a Sycamore though, so he should have ways now. He just needs to do 10 damage to my Garbodor, and it will go down. Like, no hands down, it'll go down. And we do see the Ariados, so we will get poisoned. He has that ability now to do a lot of damage. Sceptile becomes a threat, but it is so weak that all we need to do is potentially get a Lysander and it'll be gone too. So I'm not in a bad position. Not in a bad position at all. We're going to see an N. Now this will be fine because my hand is actually in a pretty bad shape. And I get a Crushing Hammer back into the deck. But it'll be interesting to see what he plays here. He just goes for the Poisonous Nest. Again, he can't do the damage with Eradicate. My Garbodor will go down. And this will be a tied game. Like, no hands down. It'll be a tied game. We do enough damage to take out Eradicate. Oh, he's going to go into the... Ooh. He's going to go into the Sceptile. My Tapu Lele can't take it. I can take that out. That's fine. That's actually fine. Tapu Lele can come up. We can take this thing out. And yeah, we can lower ourselves down a little bit, but we're going to have a new Garbodor completely set up, ready to go. I'm going to Crushing Hammer, try and get rid of that double colorless energy, and we are, so there, it's gone. We're going to Shaman Drop, see if I can get Lysander in my hand. Not that I need it right now, considering this guy is going to go down. We have a Float Stone, which is great, so I'm going to drop that down onto our Tapu Lele, because she does not need to do any additional damage. And, this Trainer's Mail. I can grab the VS Seeker. I don't need any additional Pokemon right now. And we have Kukui in here now, so we can actually do that, considering you're, what, 40? But we still knock it out. I don't need to waste any of my cards. So we'll actually knock out Sceptile right now with 40 damage. Gain 2 prizes. Boom and boom. They're both Psychic Energy, which, as they go, they can go right onto that Trubbish. Eradicate comes back up. Now, the great thing about this is our Float Stone is here. We just need to retreat into Garbodor, and boom! We'll be able to take this thing out now. Because I'm not worried about my Tapu Lele at all. If you're going to take 2 additional prizes, it's not a big deal. And I can actually drop a... With you removing an item card, I can just ditch my DC or Psychic Energy to do it. It's not a big deal. You have no energy yet. That doesn't mean he doesn't, but he's lost, what, 3 so far? Yeah, he's got 1 more left in the deck somewhere. He's searching for it. He is searching for it hard. He's increasing our damage output. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We're doing 200 damage right now with Garbodor. And he got that last energy. He can't knock his... Well, he will poison us. He will take us out. He's going to poison Barb onto the Shaman, which is fine. So we will go down here. Not a big deal, though, because I can take out the Raticate, and that'll be the end of the double colorless energy. So down goes Tapu Lele. Again, does not matter to me at all. And we can go into our Garbodor. I just have to play a little safer, and that's it. We can start setting up these guys here. Again, I don't need to worry about the energy too much because we can take care of it. Let's see. I can actually delinquent right now and start drawing out cards out of his hand. So I get rid of my Altar of the Moon, and I force him to lose three cards out of his hand. Again, all he's doing is powering up my Garbodor. So there he goes, gets rid of some energy. We are going to go for that Trash Avalanche. I'm not in any threat of attackers right now. 200 damage is down, we just need to take out 2 more hitters. We're going to get a double colorless energy, which is great. If we get Tapu Lele, we'll be able to get it set up. Up comes the Rattata. Garbodor here is just looking nice. We do see the Raticate, but I know the double colorless energy is gone. They need to start dropping grass energy onto it. Grass energy does go onto it. That's actually pretty cool. It does get rid of my Choice Band, but it's not going to do anything now at this point. I do not have a Lysander, though. So if I can get a Tapu Lele, I can just Lysander for... Where did you do 120 damage? Ah, based on the... Okay. I see you, big dog. I see you. We're okay, though. We're tied up. This is actually pretty cool. But I got exactly what I wanted. We're going to pass there. I can sacrifice... I only need 2 cards, right? But I don't have those 2 cards. We're going to Ultra Ball. I can't win this turn. We're going to sacrifice these. I have 2 Lysander in here and I have not drawn a single one. Not a one. Grab my Garbodor because it's probably the most important one. And I discarded the wrong energies. I should have discarded my double colorless. Actually, no, because that would just increase his damage output even further. And, I need a VS Seeker. Or not a VS Seeker. I need a Lysander so bad. But I needed the Garbodor to actually be able to attack. We'll Sycamore right now. I know it's not a great hand to do that. We still don't have it. And if we lost all our other Garbodor, we've only lost 2 and 2. We'll play Tapu Lele. Actually, that was a bad play, because if he Lysanders right now, he'll be able to take it out. We're going to grab our Lysander. I'm actually shocked we are having this much trouble with a Raticate break deck. I can drop the double colorless energy. This will be another attacker. I don't need Shaman. We're going to take out Raticate. There's 1 more energy into the discard pile. If he's got any more, he will be able to play it soon. Trainer's Mail. I just need a psychic. How many psychic energy have we lost? 4, 5. There's 1 more in the deck. Okay, so we're not done. We're not done. We got 1 more good attacker. If he has the Raticate, though, we're in trouble. He's lost 3 breaks. He's still got 2 rats. Still got 2 potential rats. Now they could be prized. I'm not gonna lie. So could our Garbodor. I didn't check that. We do see the lightning or the grass energy, so he still has energy after all that energy he's discarded. How much energy did you discard? 5, 9. He's going to actually bring in... what? Poisonous Nest is not going to win this. Goes for the Dirty Shock. Gets rid of my Floatstone. That is going to be game, though. I think he was calling it there. We don't need to play anything else. Garbodor is going to just be able to go for the Trashalanche, and bam! We'll be able to knock out this Raticate. I'll give him a good deck. I don't know if it'll go through now. But we picked up the last Garbodor. It was prized, so we weren't not going to win this if he could take that out, that last Garbodor out. Actually, we had Tapu Lele, so we still had another good attacker. But as you can see, we can do massive amounts of damage with Garbodor. As long as you can keep your chain going a little bit. Maybe Rescue Stretcher isn't the best return strategy, because it would be nice to possibly get some energy. But you can rock maybe a Brock's Grid or something. But we are going to get into game number 2 and showcase another fine match. Game number 2 is here, and we're playing against Breezy2084, playing a Water Straight deck. So let's see how this is going to go. We're going to go Tails. We're going to lose another coin toss. I would love to go first with this deck one day. One day. We're going to have a Tapu Lele start, which is going to be kind of cool. Because as much as we don't get the item, we do get to showcase how Tapu Lele is really good at scaling. Because we are going to get the opportunity to attack first. And it's going to be against a Poplio. Now, that Poplio just dropped a Water Energy on it. Rough Seas. Red card. Oh. That's mean. That is mean. In so many ways. In so many ways, that's mean. In so many ways. Delibird and a Slowpoke. Okay. I'm not going to deny. I'm a little surprised. I'm going to Shaman. I'd like to just get a double colorless energy and take care of this Poplio like this turn. That'd be what I'd like to do. Nope, no energy though. I might actually opt to go for another Shaman drop right now. Because if I can, I know this is seemingly like a pointless way of doing this, but if I can start getting rid of his attackers like turn 1, this would be great. So we're going to get rid of these two. I will be a Seeker for a Kukui. I want to know, all 4 of them in here? Yes, they are. So I have a pretty good opportunity to get this. Drop this down. We're going to get 3 additional cards. Come on, double colorless energy! Yes, we got it! Alright, so I can be a Seeker into that Kukui right now. And I can take out Poplio turn 1. So here's the Kukui. We're going to get 2 additional cards, which is great. And you're going to go for Energy Drive, take out Poplio, and we are currently sitting at a 1 prize advantage on turn 1. And he's got a Slowpoke or a Delibird that he has to start sacrificing. I can now go for the choice I want while adding additional energy to my Tapu Lele. In order for him to do anything, you might want to drop some water energy. And I can Lysander in anything that he wants to use as an attacker. Again, it would be nice to get some energy though. So we're going to see he gets a water energy on Poplio. Oh. That might hurt our strats a little bit, because I was going to use that Tapu Lele. Oh, we get Trubbish though, so that's not bad. We can get rid of the... Oh, he is going to go for a Crushing Hammer. He doesn't get it though! Very nice. Very, very nice. Do not need to see that right now. We can Delinquent here and completely slow him down while increasing our damage output. I think that's the best play, and then I can play my own Altar of the Moon. So get rid of that and 3 of his own cards. We're going to shut him down as best I can. He's got a Sycamore in hand. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. We're going to drop a Psychic Energy down onto the Trubbish. And I'm going to just hit. It's not going to do a lot. It's only going to do 40. But we're going to do some damage. And he's got 1 card in hand. It is definitely going to be a Sycamore. He's got a Poplio. It is a Sycamore! So unfortunately the Delinquent didn't quite work. But it's okay. We're going to see he's got Slow King now. Now he has that Royal Flush. And I really want to get rid of that. I really need to get rid of that card. Because it's going to be a very big head game. He's going, oh, we lost our double colorless energy. These games are not fun, watching this struggle of resources. But, it's what we gotta do. It's what we gotta do. Okay, so we see a water energy onto the Delibird. He puts himself in range, and he goes for Tails on all of the presents. So we have Crushing Hammer ourselves. I want to get rid of that one on the Popplio. We fail. We're going to go for a Sycamore. We get a Floatstone, double colorless energy. We can take out a Delibird. We can set up our Garbodor. So there we go. That guy goes there. We're going to put you down. We can put you up. Drop a Floatstone down here. What kind of items have you used? You've got 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do 100 damage with Garbodor right now. And we knock out the Delibird. So we will do that. We will do exactly that. Knock out Delibird. And if I can pull Lysander now, that'll be great. Because then I can go for that Slowking and switch into my Garbodor. And then we can take it out as well. Choice Bands aren't going to do anything in this matchup because it does not look like he's using them. Unless he's using the Primarina GX. And in that case, it's kind of cool. I do want to get that Popplio out of here ASAP. He's just going to... He actually opted to bring up the Slowking. Probably his... I don't know why he'd bring up the Slowking. He fails on that too. So we can actually take you out now. As long as I retreat and get the right support, we should be fine. And that's the only thing causing us problems. We're going to get End. That's fine. We got Psychic Energies galore. We're going to see Crushing Hammer. It's going to succeed, so we will get my double colorless energy. But that is okay, because I plan to switch out anyway. Rare Candy into Primarina GX. Oh, there it is. Primarina GX has hit the field. A Brionne is now on the field. And he is going to have to pass... Oh, Dive Ball. He's going to get another Brionne or a Primarina GX. Gets a Slowpoke, actually. Start setting up that next turn. Hopefully I can get that Crushing Hammer onto that Primarina so that the Bubble Beat doesn't go off. Let's see. Come on, Crushing Hammer, work. We do get it. We're going to get rid of this guy. So no water energy for him. We are just going to go Psychic Energy down. What's our Trainer's Mail say? Field Blower. What do we need? We're not going to help ourselves out at all if we get Field Blower. Not at all. So I want to get Sycamore. So we can retreat out. And this will be free because of our Altar of the Sun. Garbodor can come in. I can just go for a Sycamore here, get ourselves a few more cards, potentially set up next turns. Choice Bands aren't going to do us any good. I'm actually just going to go for the attack here and take out this first Slowking. There it is. Psychic Energy coming into the field. We'll have one for our Trubbish in the back. Now we are doing what? 2, 4, 7, 8. So we can do 100. We can't knock this thing out one shot. There's no way. Does get that energy drop. Via Seeker, he is still going to go for item cards. Knowing that my Garbodor is ready to go. He does need... he's going to go for that N. Does he not run Sycamore? No, he does. Oh, he's used all... Well, that's insane. He's gone through a ton of cards. We still have over half our deck. He's down to 14 cards. Now, we only have 3, but we did get a Sycamore, which is great. But his Royal Flush has not worked yet. Crushing Hammer does, though, and we will lose that Psychic Energy, but that's not a big deal. I have another one in hand. I can just drop it down. I have the Choice Band, which will increase our damage output. I might actually be able to take this thing out one shot. That's scary. Okay, let's drop Psychic Energy down. Choice Band will work now. Come on, get up there. Choice Band will work now. And I'm just going to opt to Sycamore, because I haven't got any reason just to end. Because the end will actually get me a lot less cards. I can drop down you. And I'm in no reason not to do anything else. I'm just double checking damage. I'm going to be doing 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 4 of these in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. So that's 220 with the choice band. This is actually going to be a one-shot on the Primarina. We're going to be doing a lot of damage, 250, and we're going to claim 2 prizes here. A rescue stretcher and a crushing hammer. Our opponent is in dire need of doing something. That Royal Flush is going to be the only thing saving him right now, because he's not in a good position. Primarina is very slow of a water Pokemon, especially with Lapras and even Wishy-Washy out there right now. The Royal Flash did not work at all for him. We do see a Water Energy on the Brionne. We're going to see a Team Skull Grunt. He is going to get rid of my Double Colorless Energy, but that is fine, because we don't need it. We are in perfect condition to win this matchup. And booyah, do we showcase the power of Garbodor. Garbodor got a nice, huge amount of damage off, one-shotting the Primarine. I don't need to do that. We're just going to go for the one-shot, and this will take the game. Slowking is going to go down. I don't like that card. I love it, because it's a fantastic card, but I hate playing against it. It's so, like, you have to watch yourself. But being as Garbodor is a 1 energy, like every single Pokemon in this deck was a 1 energy drop, it was really easy to kind of bypass Slowking anyway. We had a fantastic matchup though. Primarina didn't even get a chance to shine because we did kind of negate the energy drops. We had a early one KO turn. We had full domination in that matchup, and you can see again, our opponent had to play item cards in order to get any initiative, and in doing so, gave us more attack power with that Garbodor. And Tapu Lele is a fantastic secondary attacker. Not only does it get you the supporters that you need when you need them, of course you need a Tapu Lele when you need it, but it also is got a second, like an attack that's just so strong. And again, if we really needed to, we could have used our GX attack to fully heal our Tapu Leles. We just never needed to, because in the Eradicate Break episode, or match, you know, we were getting one-shot anyway, and in the second one, we never took damage, so you have all those opportunities there. This deck is definitely going to be a huge meta-defining deck, and you guys have got to start preparing for it. Maybe not my build, because my build usually is a little junky, but once the text and all that kind of stuff start coming in, and people start realizing just what to do with these decks, you are going to see a lot of this. So be very careful on the TCGO or in real life. You are going to be playing against Garbodor a lot. But with that though, that is it for today. If you guys are brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. It does mean the world to me that you guys come back and watch videos on a regular basis. And a side note, depending on my voice, I don't know if you guys can hear it right now, I've actually got a sore throat, so depending on the how bad it gets over the next few days, I may not have a Saturday or Sunday video, but if everything goes fine, you will see those videos up on Saturday, Sunday, like regular. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But until then, time out.